Welcome back to my we are going live, or we are currently live. 1 minute early as well. Can't fault it, cannot fault it. Do my usual checks, just bear with. Make sure we are actually live. SNK Sunday live stream King of Fighters 15. Okay, I'm just going to check the audio. Do my usual check. There we are, we are up and running. Can we improve that screen? Let's have a look. I do apologise. It's always on a Sunday morning. It's really sunny. So I apologise about the glare on the screen. Let's see if that makes any difference. We're a couple of seconds ahead here, aren't we? It's a bit of a delay. I don't know if it's done anything. Yeah, that'll have to do. That will have to do. Right, weapon of choice for today. I'm playing with my Victrix Pro. It's warm enough now. This is considered my summer stick because it's metal. And some days it's too cold to play with it because it's absolutely freezing here in sunny Wales. This time of the year. Oh, I love this stick. Oop. Hope you're all doing well. Let's give us some V as per usual. Right, as always, story mode. Right. Yeah, I've got this as well. They've updated. I did notice this last time. There's all these extra slots. There's 6 empty slots, look. Interesting. So I have no idea who they're going to be. Does anybody know? Let me know in the comments if you know more than I do. I think we'll do a warm-up session. Gotta go as King, because, well, her name's in the title of the fucking game, innit? King, lock it in. But we're going to go a different colour. Try that one. And whom else shall we go as? It's got to be Nakaruru. Feeling pink today. Who else, though? Who's going to be my wild card? Did we do Athena last week, didn't we? Or did we do Yuri? Right. Cooler, we haven't tried her for a while, I don't think. There we are. Oh, I'm still tired. Went running this morning. I'm longer back in. I've been back hour and a half. Just been chillaxing. King versus Whip. That's a good matchup now. One team can stand above the rest. Yeah, it won't be long on this stream. It's my mother's birthday today. So I messaged her. I don't want to phone her too early. There's a lie-in on her birthday. But unfortunately, she's sick. She's got COVID-19. So I just bought a small present because I'm buying her something from IKEA. And got a card, so I'll take that up. But obviously, because she's got COVID, we can't go in. It's a nice day. I might see if I can go out the back with the dogs, you know. Make a fuss of her dog. But Rossi, my dog's really tired from his run. He's fast asleep downstairs. Oh, hum along if you can't sing along. Best of Sunday to you, Tony. Yes, and you. How's your week been? Obviously, I've been on a week off, so my week's gone great. Boom. Nice. How dare you? Catch. No. Beast mode activated. Hum along if you can't sing along. Thanks. Been a good week. Was your time off? Very good, actually. Quite productive. I was supposed to go to IKEA. I did some bits and bobs at the house, mainly the games room. I did another 2 shelves, like future-proofing my games room. The thing with IKEA, they want to charge 40 quid for delivery. I'd rather just go there. And I was going to buy something for my mum's new house for her birthday while we were there. So I haven't really got my mum anything. I've ordered a nice box of chocolates for her, so I'll drop them up later. Boom! But yeah, a bit gutted about that. Double S rank, awesome. I was going to go, tempted to go game. I might go tomorrow game hunting, right? But they had a Holy Grail in Newport CX, and I thought, oh, and I was tempted to go yesterday, but I've ordered quite a few things on eBay, so I thought, no, stick to the plan, risk it, see if it's still in Newport in stock on Monday. By midday yesterday, it sold, didn't it? And the game was Dynasty Warriors, right? It was the first one, and I didn't realise this. How cool! The first ever Dynasty Warriors game was a fighting game. So I thought, oh, I will get that game in my collection. But I thought, I rarely order, let's say, PlayStation 1 games on eBay. I'd rather see them in the wild and stuff like that. So I was gutted about that. So I don't know, I might go tomorrow. Or I might go to the cinema. How long can't sing on? Nice work. $40 for delivery. Damn. Yeah, I thought it was expensive. But when I bought my house, I was just spending so much money. I think I did pay 40 quid delivery then, but I just didn't have time. I was so busy that to take a day to go up there was more cost effective with my time. Oh, damn it, he blocked it. Yeah, I must have just gone, yeah, I can justify it. But now, obviously we're in a recession and everything, I can't justify it. Dynasty Warriors isn't the worst fighting game out there, but it isn't the best, lol. Yeah, my expectation is probably be something like... Have you played the Battle Toshinden games? Or the Toshinden games? I reckon it'd be something like that, looking at it. But it's just... With my collector cap on, I want all fighting games, especially that genre. All the fighting games that catch my eye, and obviously it's caught my eye, if that makes any sense. Oh, double S rank again. Right, Cooler, you are up. King of the Dinosaurs. Have you got that game then, have you? Dynasty Warriors. Oh, obviously you've played it. Thing is, back then in the PlayStation 1, there was so many fighting games, isn't there? Oh yeah, I've played the Bat series. Definitely better than this series. Kind of bloody raw. I only played via emulation. All right, okay. Oh yeah, she's the ice fucking queen thing, isn't she? Sick. So let me just figure out some of these controls. Right, okay, got it. Ah, every single time he gets me with that, whoever I'm playing with, even if I'm playing with King. Twice. Right, let's get him out of there. Let's get him out of there. I don't have to him now. Oh my god, 3 times. He's gone for a hat trick, you asshole. 4. God, you're extinct. Yes. I was in college when PS1 current gen. Spent a lot of money. Yeah, I can imagine. Bloody Raw as well. I want that one, the PS1. Was it 1 came out on the PS1? Or was it 2 of them? I can't remember. Someone posted on my Instagram before they had a complete Bloody Raw collection. I was like, I need that. Oh, what? I keep missing with that. Didn't miss with that though, did I? Boom. Yeah, I think both Bloody Raw 1 and 2 came out on the PS1. Ah, cool. they're games you don't see very often. Yeah, I don't know, I got enough stuff. I might do a pickups video. I've actually only bought one video game this week. But I bought like a shit ton of retro gaming magazines. Like Xbox, GameCube, N64, that kind of era. I've had some bargains. I've had nice Street Fighter artwork, direct off the artist. I'm really happy with that. Fuck, what else have I bought? It's all in my bedroom. I've had loads of stuff. Bloody Roar 3 is on the PS2. Right. I think I've got the PS... I must have Bloody Roar 3 then, because I got the PS2 version. Whoa, showcase that Street Fighter artwork sometime if you can. Yes, I will. And this artist, right, he's done... It's almost as if he's got exactly the same taste as me. He's selling, like, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Akira, Ghostbusters, Terminator. It's like all things I grew up loving. She's probably in my kind of generation, if that makes any sense, you know? Right. Let's go. Yes, I was going to do a pickups video yesterday, but then I thought, no, I might just do a big one if I'm going game hunting. I just want to do something. I'm back in work Tuesday, basically. So I want to do something else with my week off. I get in cabin fever, if you know what I mean. I like hanging around the house and stuff. I got a shitload of painting and housework done. But I want to just go somewhere, you know? But what I think I'll do tonight, I'll see... I don't want to find another game in CX. And I get excited about it. And that game sell out. Have that, Vanessa. So I'll wait till CX closes. And I'll go early then. I'll probably go to Newport. And on the way back, call into Cardiff. Just the CXs, you know. Maybe Forbidden Planet and HMV. Maybe. Oof. Vanessa's good, mind, isn't she? Another thing, I was going to buy some of a nice picture frame for my artwork. Oh, I've actually ordered as well. I'm still waiting for it to come. Is a really cool King of Fighters Maximum Impact poster. And there was 2 available, right? It's really rare. It's an original poster. It's got a slight tear in the top. I mean, like half a centimetre tear. The seller's put a really good description on it, right? Let me just take out a Blue Mary. Yeah, and so the first seller was starting bid was 99 pence. And then the other seller was over £100 selling it. So I thought I'd put a bid on. I put up to £5. So nobody else bid on it. So I paid 99p and £2 something postage. Along if you can't sing along. I guess would rather be no other place than home. But you gotta get out now and again. Exactly. Do you frame posters before? Yes, I always try to frame posters. My argument is, I'm an adult. I grew up, I always had artwork posters, like blue tacked to my wall. I've got like one of my walls, as you come into my games room on the left, it's just full of pictures. So I'm looking, I've got Beetlejuice, Godzilla vs. Kong, I got the original King Kong, I got Back to the Future, a ton of Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Soul Calibur. Yeah, I got a load, Star Wars, Aliens. Yeah, I got a good selection of posters framed, but it's a full wall. And what I like as well, by design, I've done them all different frames, so I haven't gone for like just going for black frames, and it looks really nice. So I've got like brown, gold, black, silver frames, all styles, you know. Yeah, really, it's one of my favourite parts of my games room, and the artwork just makes me feel happy, you know. But that's one of the things I'll probably do. It won't take me long. I've got a load of my stuff framed. I just need to put them up. But it's going to spill into my hallway. And maybe into my bedroom as well, you know. Lol, the blue tack. Yeah. That's what we did back in the day. I was into like, at one point I was into like surfing. And one of my bedroom walls was full of, if any poster, I just put it up on the wall, you know. But then I always have this special place where I'd have a big poster. Like, it was, originally it was Ninja Turtles poster. And then funnily enough, it was a Sagat poster, from obviously Street Fighter 2. And I loved that poster, I wish I kept it. That was there for years. And then I replaced that then with a Takati 916 poster. And that was it then. I had to keep mine about the same. Yeah, it looks after them, doesn't it? I've even got some comics. I've got a Primal Rage comic. And I've got a Street Fighter. It's like one of the Malibu comics. But it's the gold edition. I bought a bulk load of comics off a seller. And I don't think you realise what he had in there. This gold one's really valuable. So I've got the original comic. But it's got like a gold foil extra stuff on it, on the cover. It looks sick framed. So I thought, getting a frame, it looks after it. And you can enjoy it when it's on the wall, can't you? S-Rank, happy days. Right, cooler. Give her another go, innit? It wasn't the best of the... Yeah, so you know, like when you buy... I'll give you an example. This game, when I bought King of Fighters 15, I bought it launch day. And I did pre-ordered the Amiga edition. And it comes with like art cards and stuff like that. So my favourite ones, stick them in a frame, put them up on the wall, so I can enjoy them, you know? And look after them. How long have you been working on your games room? Well, since I bought my house, a year and a half. But I've been collecting games probably 3 years. I had to, obviously, we're in a recession. But like, I had to be careful, couldn't go over the top with it all because I've been saving to buy a house, you know. It's my favourite part of my house. It's my happy place. We all need a happy place, don't we? Well, my two happy places are outside with my dog, running or walking, or games room. Boom. God knows how many games. I think I'm still under, must be approaching 1,000 games in my collection. But it's not, I collect comics, artwork, obviously games, art books, like Godzilla to Akira, to anything I like. King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, Tekken, ton of Street Fighter art books. Another thing I bought as well, I can't believe my luck with these. They're going to be in Japanese, but they are art books, is I bought a King of Fighters 97 art book, and it's original from 97, and I've bought King of Fighters, I think 2001 art book. No one else bid on them. Ah. Right, let's take care of you, Kayuxangi. Quick mode. Fucking hell, she is fast in quick mode, isn't she? How dare you? I did no damage today because he blocked it. You asshole. Right. Goodbye. Oh, one more. Boom. Come on, can't sing on. I used to collect, but stopped for the most part. Now I'm picking back up particular pieces that I enjoyed over time. Yeah, that's how you do it, isn't it? Some weeks, well, I would say, yeah, weeks, I just like, fuck. It's not a waste of money though. It's my hobby. Everyone needs a hobby, and the way I justify it to myself, I suppose, I don't drink. I used to spend all my spare money on alcohol, and I'm talking all of it. Like £20 a day used to go on alcohol. So I'm spending a lot less than £20 a day on video game collecting and stuff like that. And I get a lot more enjoyment out of it. It's not just a couple of hours of numbness and happy feeling. And it's not really happy, is it, when you're drunk? Right. Take care of this. Yeah, so I that's how I justify it anyway. If anyone says, how can you afford all this? Well, it's my drinking money. And if I ever get into financial trouble, I got some stuff to sell. I think quite a few things in my collection are quite, well, I can make a hell of a profit on if I was buying to sell, you know. Boom. Fucking hell. Okay. Oh, you clever. Boom. Have that. Music collecting has been my obsession. Been collecting stuff for about 28 years. Wow. Do you collect vinyl then, do you? Because I thought CD was the thing. I went into HMV and I was like, where's all the CDs gone? The first thing you see when you go in these shops now is vinyl. It's big business, isn't it? Like there's some soundtracks I want. And it's only available on vinyl. I like the big... You get more... It seems like you get more for your money with a vinyl. Like you get the artwork and shit like that. But I just got a little... average little CD player. I mostly listen to... Like, what was I listening to the other day? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Is the Samurai Showdown soundtrack. Oh, it's amazing. I do have vinyls, also CD and some cassettes. Oh, those are the days. My first ever album I ever bought, which was on cassette, was... Oh, what was it called? It was... First one was the best... It was called the best pop album in the world ever. And it was terrible. But it was really cool. It was like... in the car with your parents, right? Because every car had a cassette player, isn't it? And then my second album, I think, was R.E.M. R.E.M. Monster, was it? Oh, come on. God, how close it is. No! Nice, good album. Yeah, lied though, it wasn't the best album in the world. No, but yeah, R.E.M., those are the days. Right, that's all I needed to do. Right, come on, Nakaruru, you can do this. Nice. Maximum, right, okay. Look how much health she fucking just did. Jesus Christ, jump. No. God, it's hard. Right, cooler, no pressure. Ah, you asshole. Oh my God, look how close it is. Come on. Oh, don't spam that now. Nice! We did it, baby! R.E.M. is from a town called Athens, Georgia. Michael Stipe runs a vegetarian breakfast place there. You will see him out and about sometimes. No way! So whereabouts are you from then, if you don't mind me asking? Like, ballpark. Are you from the UK or across the pond, as they say? Yeah, don't have any famous people living around here. Like when I'm out walking the dogs, my brother might say, oh, I don't know who that is, or someone that plays rugby for Wales, but I couldn't give two shits about that. Apparently Wales played yesterday. Best thing about when Wales play rugby is the streets are nice and quiet. Good time to take a dog for a walk. Right, who are we going to play as? I'm from the US, but a couple of years lived in South Carolina, lived in the DC area for the last couple of years. Oh, nice. I've never been to United States. I've only ever travelled. I've lived a load of places. I've lived in Paris. I've lived in Ibiza. That's the only times I've lived abroad. But I've never, like, I've stuck to Europe. All my holidays have been Europe. My passport isn't even valid now. there's no point because I've got a dog. I'm never going to go on holiday unless I can take my dog with me, you know? Cool. But I tell you what, looking, so many amazing places to come visit if I ever did come over there. Like, I got a bucket list. I got a hell of a bucket list when it comes to America. I'd like to see a space shuttle launch. I know they're bonkers, right? I've always wanted to, I think they're Florida, is it NASA are based? I've always wanted to do that. That's probably one of my earliest ones. I've always wanted to go see an NBA game. I don't care who, just to be there in the crowd, you know? What else? The Grand Canyon, all the touristy stuff, you know? Right, who am I going to play as? Harumaru. Lock him in blue. I'm feeling blue today. So, who else? I'm going to go someone totally different. Oh, I got no idea. Because I got my comfort team. Angel. Lock it in. I played every character once, basically. And Yuri. There we are. That's an half-decent team, I think. Seeing a shuttle launch is amazing. Oh, sorry, Mr. Comment. Yeah, NASA is in Florida. I lived in Daytona Beach when in my early teens. So have you seen a shuttle launch then, have you? I'm so jealous if you have. I'm not sure how what it is related. She's my mum's auntie. She went to, she's seen a shuttle launch, and she had like a tour of the museum or whatever. And I'll never forget, she bought me a shuttle, a NASA shuttle, pencil sharpener. It was the coolest thing ever. And ever since then, that's when I wanted to see one, you know. Oh, I've seen 4, including an Evelyn launch. Oh, you're so lucky. Wow. How loud is it then? Because obviously you've got to stand, I don't know, you're a mile back. They keep you, you're not right there, are you? But oh, wow, you're so lucky, man. That's like top bucket list me, that is. Whoa, he's fast. I got it perfect. Yeah, boy. Getting excited. We're talking about space launches. It'd be terrifying though, wouldn't it? You know, I know they're not as common as used to be. Like, imagine seeing that one that burnt up on launch. Go on, Harumaru. Oh. Forgetting the moves. Right. Don't jump in the air. No. You're not going down easy, is he? Oh, come on. I did that. Right. Harumaru does not kick very well. We've established that. Whoosh. No, nice. You're about 2 to 3 miles, around 5k from the launch. The launch. Oh, let me pause this. I want to read it. I'm getting excited. You're about 2 to 3 miles, around 5k from the launch. The launch sound travels for 9 seconds before it hits where you're standing. It's a really cool sensation. I can imagine. Do you have to pay then? Or is it just like a designated area, safe distance? I would love to go. That's when you'd want to invest in like binoculars or a really good camera, a zoom or whatever, just to remember it. But then, oh, I don't know. Yeah. S rank. Not a bad start, not a bad start. Right. Angel. I think I played this Angel once. They either have zones, places safely away from the launch pads where you can gather to watch the launches. Oh, wow. What an amazing day out there would be, especially if you're a kid, isn't it? That's so cool, man. Okay. Well, because I've only played her once, she wouldn't have stood out. She's more of a kicker, I think, is she? She ain't got projectiles, though. No. Nah, she's not that good, is she? Quite fast. Oh, like that. Fucking hell, how much health she got left? You can watch them in the sky up to 50 miles, 30 kilometers away. Wow. Yeah, I bet people in Florida. Oh, it's another launch. There we are. Happy days. There it goes. Kind of thing. Oh, hello. Nice. Didn't do much damage, though, did it? Considering all that. Okay. I like that one. Boom. Perfect. Yeah, I picked Yuri as well, didn't I? Like Sakura and she, let's be honest. Ah, damn it. How that? A roundhouse to the back of the head never fails, is it? Oosh. Yeah, she's okay. Maybe it's a bit harsh. I don't think I'll be picking him. She hadn't instantly impressed me, you know? Mind you, she did batter all three. Did you mention surfing? Where did you get to surf? Oh, where I live. I live on the coast. And there's a place where I grew up. My grandparent, or my mother's from a place called the Gower. And we have really nice surfing beaches down there. On a good day, you'd get... because we were swimmers, me and my brother. We were like international swimmers. So my parents never worried about us struggling with the water or anything like that. So the biggest waves we would surf there would be probably 6 foot. It was manageable, you know. But then on our holidays, we used to go, because we had a dog when we grew up, we didn't really want to go abroad and leave our family dog behind. We did once. We went to Ibiza for a holiday. And when we got back, my dog had stayed with my auntie. He didn't eat any food. He was like a skeleton. He was so depressed. So we thought we're never doing that again. So yeah, we used to go down Cornwall way, down Devon, Cornwall way. And I caught a surfing competition one year when I was down there. And the waves were about 8 foot, like barreling over and stuff like that. Oh yeah, poor dog. Yeah, his name was Ben. He was a sheepdog as well. But because he was staying with my auntie, he loved my auntie. He wouldn't have understood. I think he probably thought we'd abandoned him or something, you know? They don't understand, do they? So that's why I'm not interested in leaving my dog. I'm going on holidays now in 2 weeks. And my family know I won't go on holidays if the dogs don't come. So, yeah, it's a dog-friendly cottage I think we go into. Funny enough, that's in Devon, Cornwall way. But yeah, it's really good surfing down there. You know, for the UK. Have you done surfing as well, any of you? Really good hobby, isn't it? Keeps you fit. I used to love it. I used to get so excited. There was like, where this beach, it was known as Llangennith Beach. I know it's a mouthful, innit? And you used to drive up the top of this like mountain to get there. And when you're at the top, you can see the sea in between the sand dunes. And when it's a good big waves, it was like, oh yes, hurry up kind of thing. Let's go. Ooh. Well, I accidentally pressed Yuri then, don't matter. I haven't surfed, but boogie boarded, couldn't get around. Yeah, boogie boarding or bodyboarding. Yeah, love that. Really love that. I could do all the tricks. I could even stand up on my bodyboard. I won't be able to do it now. I was a lot lighter back then. I remember once we went, funny enough, that day of that surfing competition, the waves were so big. It was in the middle of the summer. It was excellent for this surfing competition. It was a Headworks something tour or something. And the lifeguard said you're not allowed in the water. But I only had I had a bodyboard then, right? And you're not allowed because the waves are too big. But you're allowed in if you've got a surfboard. So as soon as the lifeguard drove off on a the 4x4 across the beach, I just run in, and about 30 other people followed me. So I went in, caught one wave, right? And I noticed these waves are a lot more powerful than I was ever used to. I wasn't worried, but I came off my board. I was standing up and came off, but then the next wave caught me off guard. Again, I was safe, and it was so powerful it snapped my leash. So I had to swim after it. As I used to be an international swimmer, but the fastest I've ever swum, right, was that day after my board. And I swam, he was going into shore, right? And this little, must have been like 10, 11-year-old kid had picked up my board. And he was like, wow, look at this, I got my board. I was like, hey, kid, that's mine. He's trying to run off with it. I used to be good at doing this. Oh, hang on. I used to be doing the skimboarding right to the shoreline. Oh, I could never master that. I tried that once, and I thought I nearly dislocated my shoulder. I was too enthusiastic doing it. Damn, snapped your leash. It takes a lot of fun. Yeah, that's how big these waves were, you know. And I've got evidence, or I had evidence of how big the waves were, because there was in the magazine, the next month, the surfing magazine, they covered this surfing competition, and you'd think it was Hawaii. These waves are so big, like, you know. Because it was a stunning day as well. The water was crystal clear, blue water. It did look like Hawaii. And I was like, I was surfing that day. Yeah, I tried that skimboarding. One of my mates, he had one. He goes, you got good balance. Have a go at this. So he showed me what to do. So you throw it, don't you? And run after it and jump on it. It looks cool as fuck. So I did it. And I don't know. I got good balance on the water, but not on the shore. I must have felt like a 360 in the air onto my shoulder. Luckily, I landed on water and sand, you know. That'd probably break my shoulder now if I did it now. Oh, my favourite stage in the entire game. Sorry, Leona, not personal. Oosh. I love it. Harmaru, you are the man. No, awesome. Boom, baby. Helps with skimboarding if you can keep on a skateboard. Oh, yes. That's another thing. Funnily enough, owned 2 skateboards. Again, they're in my games room. They're Street Fighter skateboards, believe it or not. So they're just for decoration. I had a skateboard when I was younger, but my parents bought me. I wanted to go out with my mates. We're getting into it. But I wasn't allowed out unless I had the helmet, the knee pads, the elbow pads, all that shit. And none of my mates had it. So I was like, it's too embarrassing. I turned up once and they all burst out laughing. I said, I'm not allowed to take it off. I'm talking, I was in like 8 or something like that. So yeah, I never really got into it. Oh, how much health has he got left? Not much. Never forget, I was at the pub one week. It was a bank holiday and these kids playing outside with a skateboard. And one of my mates said, give me a go at that. He used to skate when he was younger, apparently. About 20 stone earlier, let's say. We were all like, dun, 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 because we were on a bit of a hill. And he goes, I'll be fine. He put 1 foot on it. He went flying. I think he might have broke his arm or something. Whoa. It was funny though. He's so cocky, you know. Oh my god, he's going to waste my max mode. How dare you. Boom. Oh, what? You dodged it. How dare you. No, am I done? No, I'm still in it. I'm still in it. Oh, come on. How close it is. Boom. What a stunning game. S rank. I wouldn't have given myself an S rank there. There we are. Team Fatal Fury. Oh, finals. That is a good matchup for the final. Oof. Oh, it's a nice feeling though. I've been really productive this week. It's like I got a new house with the painting. You just get used to it a certain way, don't you? I think, oh, I'll do. But it's nice to really almost done everything I wanted to do, apart from go to IKEA. But that can't. We'll go again, you know. Only problem is I don't like going to these places on busy days. So I just have to grin and bear it, go on a Saturday. It'll probably be packed, but hey ho. Andy Bogard is a beast. How big his arms are. Boom. Have you tried any of the Hyper Neo Geo 64 games? You have to do them on emulation. But it's an interesting case. Interesting case of what could have been. No, I haven't. I don't emulate any games, to be honest. There's a lot of the Neo Geo games. They're like £5.79 on the PlayStation Store. I'm watching a lot of them because they go down to like £1. There's a load of games that I thought, yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never played it. It's nice though that we live in a time where these games are so, like with these game collections and stuff. Like the Samurai Showdown collection, I think there's 8 games on there. It's like, try and collect those all 8 games for the Neo Geo. After you bought yourself a Neo Geo, you're talking thousands of pounds, aren't you? Right, quick mode. Let's fucking not waste it now then. Eesh. No. Fuck, I'm sure I was blocking that. Never mind. Oh. Oh, he's so good, Joe Gagashi. I love you, Joe. Only 1 or 2 actual units have been found. Wow. Hyper NG64 was the 64-bit console. I could never understand friends who spent all that money on AES carts when the Neo Geo CDZ was nearly as fast. Yes, I've got a mate, my mate Chris. He's going to go that route. He always talks about it. He's got a good paying job now. And yeah, he's going to go the CD route, I think. Apparently the load times are a bit brutal. But yeah, you're talking £200 per game. I couldn't justify that when a lot of the games are on the PlayStation Store now, you know? It is nice. I'd love to have one. If I win the lottery, one of the first, I'm talking millions, one of the first things I'm going to buy is a Neo Geo. I remember talking to my mates when I was in primary school, so I would have been 10 or younger, about the Neo Geo, and we're like, oh, it's so expensive, only Michael Jackson's got one. We're like, it's just as good as the arcades, and we were like, wow, that's so cool. Just like one of these amazing consoles, like myths almost, that only Michael Jackson could afford. So yeah, I would love to own one. But I've got like, I a lot of these King of Fighters games are on the PS2, like from, well, the Orochi Saga's on there up to King of Fighters 2003. They're all on there. For some reason, I was watching the wrong guy, and I was watching reverse. Dumbass. Right, have that. What was I saying? There. Here in the US, Amiga was the stuff of legend for PC. Wow. I had the Commodore 64, I did. But my next door but one neighbour, bit of a nerd, he had a Commodore Amiga. But the difference is my dad, well, my family saw video games and stuff like that as a waste of money, where his dad was kind of into gaming as well. So he would have all the new stuff early on, if that makes sense. So I became friends with him then, isn't it? And I tell you, some of the games he had on that. I remember a game called Gods. I remember Prince of Persia. And I used to go back to my house and play fucking Midnight Resistance was one of my favourite games. You know, 5 minutes to fucking load a game. 5 minutes between each level. God, we were living in the dark ages compared to my next door neighbour, you know? Oosh. Oh my God. Come on. If I can get it down to half, I'll be happy. Anything else is a bonus then, you know? Nice, right. I'm happy. Bonus time now. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Happy days. Right. She's quite a good matchup, actually, because she's got the speed. She's so fast, you can just keep jumping over her attacks, you know? Well, apart from that one. I love it. Look at that. Wow. I was better with her than I was with King. What's that all about? Winner. A rank, yeah. I'll take anything. Right, I'll do one more playthrough, is it? Oh, I love getting my S&K fix on a Sunday. Oh, my legs are starting to ache. Yeah, go have a shower, go up to see my mum. Won't be long up there, because obviously we can't go in because she got COVID. And then I'll probably film another YouTube video. Happy days. How about you, come along? If you can't sing along, what's your plans for the rest of the day? I'm going to go as Dali Dagger. Give her another chance. No, actually, I'm going to change her colour. That blue looked pretty sick. Yeah, I'm going to go that, right? I've only dabbled with her once. Do you do any online playing King of Fighters against others? I used to, but I haven't renewed my subscription. When I was looking at how much gameplay I'd played last year on that PlayStation review, I was only a handful of hours, so I thought I can't justify playing it online. And probably, tell you what I'm going to do is probably wait till June when Street Fighter 6 comes out and then renew it then so I can go online with that. Should we play Mai in white. And who else? This is a tough one now. Gato? Right. Now these are three almost foreign characters to me. I'm looking forward to Street Fighter 6. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm going to book a week off. I'm going to book that Friday and then the rest of the week. I hope there's going to be like a special edition or something. I'm getting whatever it is, I'm buying the top tier. Could never score it closed better. Invite. Yeah, I know. Well, you got to be online anyway for them, haven't you? I remember I really enjoyed all the King of Fighters 15 closed beta. Open betas, weren't they? Love this stage though. Is this the Team Samurai Showdown stage? I can't remember. I don't remember it being in the original one, see? She's almost too slow for my liking, you know? That's pretty badass, mate. Boom, that attack, she does that swing. Well, I got to win anyway. Win's a win. I'll tell you a funny story about NASA. One of my mates growing up, his grandfather was all into NASA and stuff, and we all were at some point. We did a school project or something, and his grandfather took him to Florida to see a launch. He had the museum, everything like that, and he was on this boat or something to do with NASA, or the way he was explaining it. And this old man came over to him, and he started talking to him, and he said, oh, this one is the controls to this, and if you press that button, this is how we used to do this. And he was like, okay, who's this old weirdo? He's speaking to him for about 10 minutes, and my mate was like, I just wanted him to stop talking to me, to leave me alone. But he was, being polite. And then his grandfather came over there, and he goes, oh, what did that man say to you? And he was like, oh, I don't know, he's just being weird. He was telling me how this works, how that works. A nice old man or whatever. He goes, do you know who that was? He goes, I have no idea. It was Neil Armstrong. He met Neil Armstrong, he had no idea. Because he obviously expected him to look young like he did from the 60s, you know. I laugh my head off thinking of that story. Which King of Fighters is your favourite? Mine is 2002. Ah, right. 2002 is my second favourite. My first favourite has to be 2013. Or, King of Fighters 13 is my number one. Closely followed by 2002. And then, I gotta be honest, probably this. Yeah, that is hilarious. Imagine that. Like, the most famous, when you think NASA, I know everyone in the UK thinks of Neil Armstrong, do you know what I mean? But he met him, he had no... It's almost like, have you seen those videos where people are at like rock concerts and they pass out, and then the musicians take photos of them while they passed out? It's almost that level of funny, do you know what I mean? I've never tried 13. Oh, 13's brilliant. It's PS3 and Xbox 360. 2003 is a good shout, mind. I'm a big fan of 2003. And that's coming on the PlayStation Store. Just been announced. They haven't done a date yet, but obviously I've got the physical. But it'd be nice to play that with my Victrix Pro. Just easier when it's on the... How do you throw it, fan? That one. There we are. Yeah, I definitely recommend 13. Masterpiece. Really hard in single player. Oof, geese out. Let's go, boy. How many fans has she got then? The never-ending fan. You beast. How dare you? Ouch. Hello. King of Fighters Orochi Saga on PSP might be a nice pickup for you. Yes, I've never seen it, but I've got it on the PS2. I've actually got a copy of that sealed on the PS2. That's one of the prides of that's purely from a collector's point of view. And the reason it's still sealed, obviously I bought it sealed on eBay. I had a steal for that game. And because it's available on the PlayStation Store, isn't it? So I got it. It's always installed on my Oh yes, it's always installed on my PlayStation. You know. He's so fast. He brings his hand out of his pocket. It's like a blur. How dare you? Right. That's all I needed to do. The PSP version, in my opinion, is the best. They feel the same. Street Fighter Alpha 3 on PSP. I got that game as well on the PSP. PSP is awesome. So much cheaper than the Vita. Oh, Gato, let's go, Gato. When I'm playing against him, he always seems badass. But again, I never went back to him. Yeah, my next big pickup I want is Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the Vita. But it's over £30. And I want Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the Vita as well. And that's around about between £25–30 as well. It's a lot more expensive. I don't understand why it's so... Well, I don't know what it's like in the States, but over here, the Vita is top dollar. Oh, hello. So he's got a projectile then? Yeah, or that. Leave me alone, Clark. Alright, he hasn't technically got it. He's got a... Not really a projectile, is he? Some characters you can't just pick up and play. You got to put the time in to learn them and stuff like that, isn't it? I have a modded Vita, or allows PS1, PSP, PlayStation, Vita. It's pretty cool to have games set up, play. Oh, yes. I might have to look into going that route, actually. It goes against my... I like to collect physical games, but if it's going to save me hundreds of pounds, you can't argue against it, can you? You asshole. Come on. Boom, nice. Right, Ralph, let's go. It can be connected to a PC and streamed directly. Ah, cool. Remember well, not in trouble, but someone had a word with me before. I used to work for Sony, right? But I was with the laptop department. I was, the laptops called Vios. I don't know if you remember them. They used to they were good laptops, I gotta be honest. They were nice laptops. I've owned a couple of Sony Vios in my time. And I was in Sony headquarters in London. And we were seeing the latest stuff. And they were passing around the Sony tablet when it first came out. And I was a fan of that. I did like it. And then they passed around the Vita. And I was really excited for that. And I thought, great. And they passed it to me. You had a couple of minutes. And then you hand it to the person sitting next to you kind of thing. I can't remember what game it was. I think it was a football game. And I was like, I don't like it. And everyone turned around and looked at me. But they were asking everyone, what do you think of it? And everyone was kissing their ass. Oh, yeah, I like this, I like that. Yeah, it was nice. It felt like quality, but I heard the feel of the PSP. Yes, it had the dual analog sticks. But, yeah, I just said I wasn't a fan. And then someone came to me after, go, you can't say stuff like that in Sony. So literally all they wanted was yes people. So whenever they asked me in future, if I didn't like something, if I liked something, I'd say. But if I didn't like something or thought, oh, it'd be better if you did this, I should keep my opinion to myself, you know? So I didn't want to get in trouble. And at that point, Sony were in trouble. If it wasn't for the PlayStation, PS3 was the current console, you know? If it wasn't for the PlayStation, they were operating at a loss, basically. I love the Vaio series and had a Vaio UX handheld. Vaio UX. Not sure what that was. I can't remember the names of our laptops. Yeah, I enjoyed that job. It was really good at the run up to Christmas. But then it was just too quiet in the shop that I was in. It was in a PC world. And there was no customers. I'd go days without talking to any customers. And it was doing my head in. Everyone thought, oh, you got a really easy job. I didn't want an easy job. I just wanted something to do. Yeah, so I left there. I ended up moving to Ibiza. Hell of a change. Right, come on. How can that miss? I was right next to him. That didn't miss, or did it? Nice. Ah, good strategy. Yeah. If you don't want to know if you just shoot everyone down and if you ask for someone's opinion, be prepared to listen to their opinion, you know? You know, it was a leap forward. It was cartridges based, which is much better than the PSP with the discs, you know? That move just doesn't do anything. It must be if someone's jumping into you, isn't it? Oh, fuck's sake. She called me a bitch then. No, jump, jump, jump. Ah, damn it. The VAIO UX looks like a current GDP with Win 4 handheld. Screen slides up. Backlit keyboard and everything. Oh, sounds nice. I had a 5.5 inch screen. That must have been either before I worked there or after I worked there. Actually, I had they give me a free tablet. Oh, technically I won it. It was like top sales in the UK over Christmas. We've got that order. Came out in 2007, 2008. Ah, right. I was working there 2010, 2011. No, 2011 into 2012. I was working for them. They had some really cool stuff, you know. My favourite thing, when you go to their headquarters, you've got to wear a suit. They don't let anyone in there, right? And yeah, it was like a bit of a museum there. Well, it was a museum there. I don't think it's open to the public. But just seeing all the old technology and stuff like that. I loved it, I did. All the retro stuff. Some of the things Sony have tried over the years, you know. Nice. Whee! Go on, mate. Did you ever try the Sony Milo? No. No. God, he's massive, isn't he? Nice. There was a time when everything in my living room was Sony. Not by choice, it was just... Like, I remember I had a really nice surround sound cinema kit. Oh, he's blocking it. You asshole. That would have finished him off. Yeah, so my TV... Well, my TV now is Sony, to be fair. We normally stick to Sony tellies in my family because they do last a long time. Well, yeah, and my laptop was Sony. Don't remember ever having a Sony phone. So it was nice to work for Sony, and at the time, I got offered a job with Apple. I remember it was something like 7 jobs. Microsoft wanted to employ me. And I basically chose Sony. I thought, yeah, I'm going to choose Sony. And it was quite clever because I was doing a management course in business management or something. And I had to write an essay on and it could be on anything I wanted. So I wrote one on Sony, the history of Sony. And then when I spoke to the people from Sony who wanted to have a chat with me, they said, you pretty much got they told me after, you had the job, we just wanted to make sure you weren't a mong. That's what the regional manager's words were. And he asked me then, he says, what do you know about Sony? And I'd literally the week before handed in an essay on the history of Sony. So I reeled off this, and he's like, he leaned back, he goes, I had no idea. I wasn't expecting that answer. I was like 5 minutes of non-stop talking, basically reciting by memory my essay that I'd wrote. He goes, I didn't even know half of that stuff. And I've been working here for so many years. But I didn't tell him I'd just done an essay the week before on Sony. He must have thought I was this fucking super genius guy, you know. It was this Wi-Fi only handheld that did a bunch of social media and IM stuff way back when. Oh yeah, I did nail that interview. That sounds like a wild piece of kit though, the Sony Milo. I might know it if I see it, you know. Yeah, working for Sony had its perks as well. one of the guys who used to come round, he was at he's the same level as me, but he used to like visit all the stores to train the staff. I said to the regional manager, I said, well, I can do that. You don't have to pay 2 people. That guy doesn't need to come to my store because I'll be doing it anyway. No, we got to have this person. They were paying him good money, right? The same as like a manager's wage to do that. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But he used to come round and he used to give out these discs and I never used to pay attention. And I asked him one day, I said, what are these discs you're giving out? Oh, the games for the PlayStation 3. You're not a gamer though, are you? I said, yeah, I'm a big gamer. And he go, oh, you are then? He just gave me a copy of Uncharted 3. And it came out that day. It didn't come in a normal case. It was like a promo code. I thought it was a demo. And every time I was playing it, till completion, I was like, oh, I love that move. Yeah, I thought it was going to end, because I thought it can't be the full game. Yeah, he just give me the full fucking game. So I had Uncharted 3 for free. God knows what other games he was giving out before, you know? I think because it was Uncharted, that was a Sony exclusive, wasn't it? It's like most of the Sony exclusives were fucking amazing, weren't they? And the thing is, I wish I kept that. I give that away when I sold my PS3. I wish I kept it, because that's probably worth more now. Because it was rare. It was like a Sony employees only, or whatever fucking version of the game. And it said like not for resale, all that shit on it. That'll probably be worth more now than the actual normal retail copy, you know? Maybe not. S rank, yeah. Yeah, she's alright, didn't she? I might struggle when we get to the final boss, or here. I'm probably strongest with my Dendali, then Gato, if I'm honest. I'll do well to beat these 2 bosses now. Yeah, that might be worth a bit of money. Yeah, whoever's got that. Funnily enough, oh, it's a sad story. I sold it to, it was a friend of a friend, because I was selling all my gaming, my Xbox, my Plasma, everything gaming related. I sold because I had a job or an internship in Ibiza. It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I wasn't taking my gaming stuff out there, you know. So I sold everything. I thought when I come back, I'll rebuy it. So the girl I sold it to, she was a friend of one of the girls that worked for PC World. And she was quite relaxed. She just wanted one, but she didn't want. She was happy to wait for me to, because I didn't want to sell. I wanted to basically hand it over the day before I went to Ibiza. That's how much I loved my PlayStation 3. So she was like, yeah, no worries, no worries. So I gave her a stack of games with it. And then when I came back from Ibiza then, I never met this girl, because it was all done through her friend, our mutual friend, let's say. So about a year later then, I started this new job working in the fashion industry, like manager of a shop. And then this girl said, do you know, I can't remember her name. Basically, the girl I sold it to, this is where she worked. It's a small world, isn't it? But we didn't actually get on then after a while. She was, well, I don't want to speak ill of her, but we were very different people, let's say, you know. But I remember she started whinging a lot about, she had a bad stomach. And some of the girls there were like, oh, she's a drama queen. She was like, one day she was on the floor, rolling around on the floor, crouching. I was like, are you all right? And she said, no. I said, you need to go to the doctor if it's that bad. And then she'd phone in sick, etc., etc. And she'd gone to finally she went to the doctor after months of this, right? She had a terrible sickness, right? I remember a family coming in and said, oh, she's really not well. And I said, look, we can change her contract to 0 hours so she can tell us when she wants to come back to work. They were really thankful because she was just having a sickness record, sick all the time. I said, look, whenever she's well, tell her to come in or phone, and we'll sort something out. Oh, thank you, and everything like that. You know, again, I didn't like her, but I thought she wasn't faking kind of thing. It turns out she had some rare stomach cancer. And he was like, oh my God. And they give her like 2 weeks to live kind of thing. I don't know if when she first had these pains, they could have saved her. Yeah, so sadly, yeah, she's passed away. It was shocking, it was. She was only I think she was a university student, so 20, 21, something like that. Awful, isn't it? Yeah, it is scary. You know, some people milk it, fake it, or whatever, but I was like, no, she's not faking it. She didn't used to help herself, though, right? I remember once she phoned in sick, I'm ill in bed, and one of the girls went on a lunch break and saw her shopping in town. So she didn't used to help herself. She was a liar, but I was like, she either deserves an Oscar or she's in pain, you know? Oh my God. Mai did it. Happy days. Yes. She's pretty good, actually, isn't she? Oh, yeah. Hey, what are you on about? I think I had an S rank with King. There we are. I think we're going to cut the stream off there. Thank you, Hum Along if you can't sing along, for having a nice chat. Thanks for stopping on by. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good week next week. I'm so jealous that you've seen four NASA launches. That's so cool, you know. Nothing ever happens like that over here. I didn't think we got a space program over here. I know Europe have got one. Anyway, yeah, we'll cut it off there. Yeah, have a good week, my man. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.